It recognizes that I only have Morphing Jar number 2s left in the deck. Yeah, but you have to choose the zones. Wait, can you do that entirely with
You can just turn off auto placement, yeah.
Wait a minute, that's OP. What the fuck? Why didn't anyone suggest this?
I did, and you told me to shut up.
Why didn't you suggest this?
You just need no cards in deck, Morphing Jar number 2, and all attacks.
Oh my god, I got so scared. I saw Morphing Jar as a UR, but number 2 is a rare. Okay, shuffle a monster on the field into the deck. Then each player activates cards from the top of their deck until they activate the same number of monsters they shuffle in their main deck. Especially when all activate level 4 or lower monsters in face down defense position. All send the remaining cards to the graveyard. We're doing this. This is the one. Yeah, we're doing this. We are doing this loop.
Yeah.
So
the game-winning loop with that was Needleworm, because you would mill your opponent's entire deck. And then
we're not trying
happening.
to win the game. We're trying to loop this infinitely to stall out the game. I have to have no cards in my deck. We literally need to fucking mill everything.
It has to be the last card in your deck, yeah. But we just have to keep passing and discard your entire hand.
And so this is gonna be a long one to set up, but I think I'm down for it. Wait, okay, so realistically, all I have to do is I have to manually flip summon Morphing Jar.
No, you have to special summon the Morphing Jar.
No, but if I manually flip it, it'll shuffle it back and then summon itself once I have no more cards in deck.
Yeah.
So I just have to manually flip Morphing Jar with, like,
all
no
out
cards
attacks
in my
face on the
deck.
field with no cards in deck. Yeah.
Okay, so reasoning. Mill my entire deck as much as possible. It's an SR.
So I'm just passing and not drawing anything because...
Yeah. See, I'm gonna extract here, so my deck count's gonna be lower, so you're never gonna be decking out. Alright, so now we're banishing all out attack orders, and we'll have it in 2 turns. So I'm gonna have to toggle off, basically, and I have auto zone placements. That's good, I think. Do I have auto zone placement off? Card position auto, and...
Yep.
Oh, no. I wanna change my... Activate... Okay, my self-chain... What? Was there a prompt? No, I want...
You've got card position on auto. It's fine.
No, I want activation confirmation switch. I want to just toggle off and it never asking me for a response.
But yeah, you do that in the bottom right.
It doesn't give you anything to respond anyway because there's nothing that you can chain.
Don't mind me, okay? I feel better about this.
I could ruin everything by
Feels
MSTing that different dimension capsule.
Please do not MST my different dimension capsule.
Alright, here we go.
Alright, chat. It is time to test this infinite loop where we are going to be flip summoning the Morphing Jar number 2 under all out attack orders. And what is going to happen, because we only have one monster in our deck, we are going to be flipping the all out attack orders, making it so any monster special summon in defense gets changed to attack. So what's going to happen here is my Morphing Jar number 2 is going to shuffle itself back into the deck, and then I'm going to start milling cards until I hit the only card in my deck that is a monster, which is going to be the Morphing Jar number 2. So what's going to happen is it's going to get summoned to the field in face down defense position. All out attack orders is going to change it from face down defense to face up attack, triggering its effect again. So it's going to go right back into the deck. We're going to be milling, summoning Morphing Jar number 2 in face down defense, gets flipped up, shuffled back into the deck, summoned back out infinitely. So let's see how Master is going to be handling this infinite loop. Let's go. Morphing Jar. Time to mill. This is gonna take a while. We're gonna be here for a hot minute, okay? We're gonna be here for a hot minute. Let's see. Can we hit the Morphing Jar number 2? PP hop time, boys. PP hop time, ladies and gentlemen.
How many cards are in the deck?
40? Well, I mean, I only have 16 left, so it's okay. It's not bad.
So what should happen here is once your deck is empty...
Yeah, I just realized the game automatically sends all the cards to the grave instead of like activating first and then letting you choose and then sending the grave.
There's the Morphing Jar. Alright, it gets summoned. All out attack orders flips it up. I am not touching my mouse. It's flipping up. Morphing Jar number 2 set and then flipped. Alright, let's see what happens here.
3 times now.
We're excavating more. We just keep excavating. Come on, more cards. Excavate more of these cards. Let's go. All right, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? I'm gonna be emptying my deck out here, but then I'm gonna have always the Morphing Jar number 2 off the top. There it is. Morphing Jar number 2. Gonna get summoned. All out attacks. Flips it back up. Morphing Jar number 2 right back into the deck. And once again, Morphing Jar number 2 summoned. Flip back up. Right back into the deck. This is 4 times that we've done this now.
5.
Alright, Morphing Jar number 2. Once again, we only have 2 cards remaining in deck other than the Morphing Jar number 2, so we're probably going to be sniping it off the top a couple of times. And that's it. There's 1 more card in the deck on top of the Morphing Jar number 2. How many times is that, Sam?
That's 6 now.
6 times, and now Morphing Jar is the only card left in my deck. It gets summoned here, flipped right back up, goes And it stops. Does it stop when you have no cards in deck?
It shouldn't.
It's a mandatory effect. This should activate.
That Morphing Jar flipped and didn't
It
activate.
just got flipped, but it did not activate. Konami did not make Morphing Jar number 2's mandatory effect activate. Now, what's interesting about this
No, I'm pretty sure it did activate. It just didn't do
it
anything.
did not. I have the log up right here, and man, it did not activate. It just flipped. It didn't activate the effect, as opposed to that Destiny Hero monster that we tested. When you had the Destiny Hero monster, even when it wasn't summoning, it would still activate. But the way it works, chat, if there is a mandatory effect, such as something like Sangan, for example, even if you do not have any targets for Sangan in your deck, you'll still, you'll still activate the effect of Sangan, just not resolve it.
What happens if we do
test
2
it
jars?
with 2 jars, I think is what we have to do. I drew the all-out attack, so I just need a Morphing Jar number 2.
You don't want to ever draw 2 cards at once, so don't like extra or anything in case you draw both.
Yeah. You don't want to draw 2, so you'll draw both.
You should have put in Pot of Generosity.
It should still
Plus,
activate even with no cards in the deck.
True.
There it is, Morphing Jar number 2. All right, we got it. We should have to not top deck it next turn.
Yeah, that would really suck.
We just have to not top deck Morphing Jar number 2. That's it. We should have to not top deck it. Bless it up, chat. We are not top decking Morphing Jar number 2 next turn.
1 in 27.
Actually, if I do, it's fine because I have Share the Pain. So I can just have you normal summon a monster, Share the Pain, and then do the loop.
I mean, tributing the Morphing Jar,
I
you don't
did.
want to put in very fast.
Alright, it is time! We are flipping out. All out attacks. And then flip summoning Morphing Jar number 2 and watching chaos ensue. Alright, it's time. How is this going to play out? How
Remember to
will
count
it
the
go
loops,
down?
chat.
Yeah, we have to count how many times it activates. That's 1 activation of Morphing Jar. It is time to bust some loops, boys. Surely I didn't forget to put the second Morphing Jar in here, right?
Yeah.
Surely. Alright, there's the Morphing Jar. Summoned to the board, flipped up, and then the second activation of Morphing Jar number 2. Here we're basically going to be emptying out our deck, and our deck should only contain, after a little bit, 2 copies of Morphing Jar number 2. Yeah, I have to toggle off. I'm going to toggle off, but there's nothing really for me to do here. Alright, there's the Morphing Jar number 2 with 5 more cards in the deck. Activation number 3 of the Morphing Jar number 2. Alright. There should be only 2 cards left in the deck. 3 cards. Okay, there's only 2 cards left in the deck, and they should both be Morphing Jar number 2. Alright, this is activation number... It recognizes that I only have Morphing Jar number 2s left in the deck and stops the loop.
What?
It recognizes that the only cards that can be summoned off this effect are Morphing Jar number 2, and that it creates an infinite loop, so the loop ends. It knows!
What the fuck?
That is actually crazy. Draw the last card to show the jar. It is the jar. Look, I'll show you.
Yeah,
The last card,
Yeah,
the
chicken
last
game.
card in deck is Morphing Jar number 2. It actually knows! Dude, Konami really thought of everything. I guess the game was ready for release after all. Yeah, dude. Now, the real question is there a more in-depth loop we can test? Oh, you're saying if there's a deep-seated that constantly gets shuffled? If this card is sent to the graveyard, placed on top of your deck. Wait, this loop with a sort of deep-seated in the deck is infinite.
Oh, should we see if it
It's-
stops that one?
No, I think there would be a possibility to still have only Morphing Jar in the deck.
Yeah, no, there is. There is. You always end with, no, because Deep-Seated and Morphing Jar would activate at the same time, but then the Morphing Jar won't activate. Does Attack Orders and Deep-Seated trigger in the same chain before number 2? I believe, wait, does Final Attack Orders activate?
It does.
It shouldn't.
It does. If a
No,
monster
it
spell
doesn't.
summon-
It doesn't.
Oh, so yeah, they activate on the same chain. So once the Morphing Jar activates, the Deep-Seated is in the deck. This works.
Oh, it does. Oh, that's
This-
true. Okay.
This loop does work. Yeah, this
Okay,
works.
I guess we're trying this again.
Alright, we're running it back with a Sword of Deep-Seated. I just have to not draw it. Dude, we're literally breaking Morphing Jar number fucking 2. So, Dyer, I think you can genuinely make each individual, like, one card that we try to break into its own video, and I'll just, like, make them, like, you know, The Master Duel Destruction Series, Episode 1, Morphing Jar number 2. Yeah, it has to summon it and face down. Okay, I have Morphing Jar.
Alright, now you just need the... oh, that's just it, right? You just need the attack orders.
Yeah, okay, we're gonna do something really wacky. Ready? Let's activate Card of Demise.
Oh god, draw all 3 right now.
Wicked. This is so OP.
Oh, well, yeah. I guess you probably want to play 3 jar, just in case, but like...
Yeah. I mean, no. Yeah, I guess. No jar! Share the pain, wicked. Alright, and now I have it. So now I just have to not draw. I just have to not fucking draw jar for turn. Alright! Let's try this new infinite loop. We have added Sword of Deep-Seated to make Morphing Jar number 2 infinitely loop. Let's run it! Okay, let's go. Let's fucking go, boys. Let's go! Alright, let's see. Surely this will work. Copium. Alright, that's 2 activations of Morphing Jar number 2. That is twice. Twice that is activated. Alright, let's figure it out. Let's see how it goes. There's a sort of deep-seated, so we'll be able to see how the combo works and the activation chains and all that stuff. This will work. Copium. Alright, so you get the Morphing Jar number 2 summon, all-out attacks, and sort of deep-seated, and it's placing them Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2, cool. So the deep-seated will always be in deck before the all-out attack order slips the Morphing Jar. Awesome. Dude, this is sick! Okay, dude. Chat, say hi to YouTube, bro. It's time. That's 3 activations of Morphing Jar number 2. That's 3. That's 3. And there's a sort of deep-seated going right back into the deck.
The second jar probably doesn't even matter here because there's always a card in deck.
Yeah, in a way, yes. In a way, yes. That's 4. That is 4 activations. How many cards left in my deck?
Let's just say the second jar is some sort of... It's just safety.
Oh god, the multiple sword activation. This chain animation's gonna take so long each time.
It's fine. It's perfectly fine. If it works, and that's that. There you go, and then we get the third sort of deep-seated activating. Yeah, we got 3 of them things.
Oh, fucking hell.
3 of them things. So we've activated Jar 4 times so far. Now we are going to activate Jar for the 5th time. Is it just infinitely going to loop, or will it stop after 10 Jar activations? Alright, deep-seated. Did we mill 2 of them? I think we milled 2 of them. We did not mill 2, we only milled 1.
You milled 2 earlier.
Yeah, we milled 3 earlier.
So here we get Jar, the 6th Jar activation. Jar, summon Jar, flip itself up, go right back into the deck, my dude. Alright, keep going. Keep it rolling. So that's what, 7 Jar activations? Or 6? That's 7?
That's 7 or 8 now, yeah, 7.
Alright, we're going for the 8th now. So deep-seated, I think we milled 2 of them, or just the 1. Deep-seated right back into the deck, and then we trigger Jar once again. Number 8.
Still
8 Jar activations.
Still non-sword cards in deck.
Alright, 9. Morphing Jar off the top, let's go. Go again. And that's gonna be 10. 10 Morphing Jar activations, let's go. Sangan Sangan doing a little bit of sleeping.
Will it activate a final time?
This is the 11th time. Is it going to activate Morphing Jar number 2? It made me lose the duel!
What?
Connection failed? Connection failed.
What?
Wait, did I just get banned?
You're banned, bro.
There's no way.
Surely I didn't just get banned, right?
No way.
Surely I did not just get banned.
It just doesn't know what to do. It does not know what to do after you've activated 10 times.
We'll test it again and see if the connection fails me.
So what is interesting is, like, it did... You had 1 card left in deck that wasn't a Morphing Jar or a Sword, so it didn't do it because there was nothing left. It did it because you hit 10 activations.
Trying it again, and I'm constantly going to be clicking on the screen, so it will not time me out.
Maybe when you get to the 9th activation, turn on your manual zone placement again so you choose where it goes, so it knows you made a decision.
No, I don't want it to, because I don't want my timer going down in any way. Like, I'm actively trying to see if this basically, like, infinitely loops. I want to see if it loops infinitely, or if even this is patched. The devs are going to have a long weekend. Oh, yeah, I'm giving them work. Yo, Mass Duel devs, hit me up. I will test your game like you have no fucking idea. All right, that's 2 activations of Jar. 2 activations of Jar. And I'm constantly clicking right now. Let's see if it DCs me again. Yeah, I'm constantly clicking on Sangan to show that I'm constantly clicking. Click some cards. Yeah, okay. Sangan's just looking around. How many activations is that, chat?
Don't think anyone was counting.
Sam, can you check in the logs just to tell me? Because I don't want to stop clicking on shit.
Oh god, there's so many, like, things written in the logs. Can you just look at the log yourself? I'm
That's
looking.
4 activations. This is the 5th activation. Okay, 5th activation here.
2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, this is the 6th activation.
Okay, so we're gonna be activating for the 6th time here after the Sword of Deep Sea that goes back.
I think this is the 7th now.
Oh, is this the 7th, chat, or is this the 6th?
1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, right off the top.
5.
Alright, cool. So this is the 7th now.
6. Yeah, that's the 7th resolving now. This is the 8th.
This is the 8th? Okay.
There's nothing left in deck except swords and morphing jars now.
Okay, wicked. So we've done it 8 times. This is the 9th activation.
Okay, it's
What do you mean,
resolving.
the personality? We are doing the loop right now.
Yeah, okay, 10. Let's see, will it disconnect me now?
This is
would
the
be
10th
the 11th.
activation.
Will it DC me? Deep Sea goes back to the deck.
Here we go.
Alright, Morphing Jar activates. Back into the deck!
Wait. Did I miscount?
It's going back! It keeps going! As long as you keep clicking! An infinite loop that cannot be stopped! The game does not stop it! As long as you keep clicking, you don't time out. Never mind! I lied! What the fuck? Connection failed! What?
But that was more than 10.
Is it just an arbitrary
kind
number?
Of arbitrary.
I don't know if it's like an arbitrary number or if it's like if it's constantly like checking.
Right, I'm gonna count in the log. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
16.
You should also count the times Sword of Deep Sea was activated.
13 activations of Morphing Jar.
13
How many times was that
activations of
Deep Sea
Morphing
returned?
Jar.
Apparently, the last thing to happen before you disconnect it in the logs is it revealed itself in deck. I think it is that once it loops, it loops as often as it can, and then the connection just dies at some point. Like, I don't think it's a strict point.
Couldn't be a mechanical issue like a memory leak. I don't know what that means. What is a memory leak exactly?
Basically, the program just runs out of memory to keep performing
that's possible. That is entirely possible, which could cause a connection failure.